Your iPhone has life-saving features that most people never set up. From detecting a car crash, to alerting first responders and family, to recognizing signs of distress, it's more powerful than you might realize. Today I'll walk you through the essential health and safety settings that every iPhone owner should prepare now, before you ever need them. According to National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and U.S. Emergency Services data, in the U.S. alone, there are over 6 million severe car crashes per year, and thankfully less than 1% fatality rate. There have been some amazing life-saving stories related to this setting alone, so don't skip this one. Open the Health app on your iPhone, scroll down until you see the Health checklist. Scroll down to Crash Detection, select it, then make sure the Call After Severe Crash is toggled on. During the emergency call, your device plays a pre-recorded audio message to the emergency dispatcher informing them that you've been in a severe car crash and are unresponsive. It also provides your GPS coordinates. Also, it can automatically send a text message to your preset emergency contacts, which we will discuss in a moment, and do the same for them. If this has worked for you or someone you know, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. Imagine slipping and falling while walking your dog. Your iPhone can actually contact emergency services for you. If you have an Apple Watch Series 4 or later, or an iPhone 14 or newer, this is another must-set feature, as your watch detects a hard fall. In the very same section of the Health app, scroll to Fall Detection and select it. Then toggle on Fall Detection and Always On if not already selected. Again, if you are unresponsive, this will automatically notify emergency services and your emergency contacts and could save your life. One time I fell on a slippery wet floor and my Apple Watch alerted me. Since I was responsive, I prevented emergency help. Had I been unconscious, it would have been a lifesaver for me. It was then I realized how beneficial my Apple Watch is. As promised, now let's discuss some critical information that must be set up, which applies to both crash detection and fall detection for emergency personnel and your emergency contacts. Setting up your iPhone's medical ID is a simple step that could save your life. If you're ever in an accident and can't speak for yourself, emergency responders can access your medical ID from your lock screen. This gives them immediate access to crucial information like medication and allergies that can guide their treatment and make all the difference in a crisis. Set this up by opening the Health app, click on your profile pic at the top right, select Medical ID. The first thing you see are two settings that need to be toggled on: Show when locked and Share during emergency call. Now under Photo and Information, click Edit, update any information you see missing, including organ donor, if that applies. Click the check mark at the top right to save and continue. In the next section, if you're pregnant, click Add and toggle that on. Add any medications you're currently taking to prevent any adverse effects to emergency treatments. Add any allergies, such as penicillin or specific pain relievers. Add at least one emergency contact with their name and cell. Add any medical conditions you may have, such as diabetes, epilepsy, asthma, COPD, heart conditions, high blood pressure, just to name a few. Anything that could help first responders better treat you while you're unresponsive. Remember, these are emergencies we're talking about. By the way, this information is not visible to Apple and is encrypted on your iPhone. Also, any additional information such as blood type, height, weight is all very helpful. There's even a notes section at the bottom that allows you to add any notes that you would want to share with a first responder. If you're thinking about the fall detection feature that we discussed earlier, and you're considering buying an Apple Watch, here are a couple more benefits that will work on Apple Watch Series 6 and later. You can take an electrocardiogram at any time on your Apple Watch by clicking on the ECG app like this. Then simply holding your finger on the crown while resting your arm on a table or any flat surface. Wait 30 seconds while it completes the recording of your electrocardiogram. If you're wondering what the results mean, you can scroll down in the ECG section of the Health app to Education and select Results You May See. Here you will see a definition of each type of result. This shows my most recent ECG and is classified as a sinus rhythm, which simply means my heart is beating in a uniform pattern. If you detect a rhythm that is concerning, you have the ability to select it, click share, and send the results to your doctor. Let me know if this app has helped you. I would love to hear about it. Now let's look at setting up irregular rhythm notifications on your iPhone. In the Health app, search for Heart, scroll down to Irregular Rhythm Notifications and select it, then scroll to the bottom. Let's ensure that that setting is toggled on. Now select the magnifying glass and search for High Heart Rate Notifications. Select it and scroll to the bottom. Let's set the threshold for when you'd like to be notified. You will receive a notification if your heart rate is this high for 10 minutes while you're inactive. Once you've selected it, then let's search for low heart rate notifications. Scroll to the bottom and let's make that selection as well. And if your heart rate is this low for at least 10 minutes, then you will also get a notification. Once these features are set up, your Apple Watch will continue to passively monitor your heart rhythm in the background and will alert you if it detects anything abnormal. There are several other settings that you can set up on your own, including hypertension and AFib history, for example. If you're looking for a good deal on an Apple Watch, I'll place a link in the description below, and if it's not there yet, it will be added soon. Speaking of the Apple Watch, here is another great feature. Hikers in Colorado, for example, use their Apple Watch to track blood oxygen levels at high altitudes. A normal blood oxygen saturation for a healthy person is between 95% and 100%. Levels below 92% are considered dangerously low and require immediate medical attention. You can check your blood oxygen level with a supported Apple Watch Series 6 and above. To check your blood oxygen level, click on the Blood Oxygen app on your Apple Watch, rest your arm on a flat surface, and click Start, and wait for the 15-second countdown. You will be able to see the results immediately on your Apple Watch, and you can also see the results in the Health app by searching for blood oxygen. And if you like these tips, hit the subscribe button. It's free to do. Those 3 colorful rings have motivated millions to move each day. It certainly has worked for me. For those who are able, breaking up long periods of sitting with movement, even small stretches or posture changes, can make a big difference. Movement looks different for everyone. For some, it's standing or walking. For others, it might be shifting positions, stretching in place, or doing seated exercises. The key idea is to avoid being completely still for very long periods in whatever way your body allows. Of course, not everyone can stand or move the same way. The goal is to simply add whatever level of movement is possible for you. Open the Fitness app and set your move, exercise, and stand goals, and close the rings daily for consistent activity. You can do this by clicking on your activity rings, and you will find 3 areas of goals: move, exercise, and stand. Just click the plus-minus icon to adjust each goal. This next tip can be done with your iPhone and doesn't require an Apple Watch. For those who are able, your iPhone actually warns if your walking pattern puts you at a fall risk. The iPhone uses sensors to measure balance, stability, and step quality. You'll get alerts if your steadiness declines. In the Health app, search for Steadiness, scroll to the bottom, and make sure you toggle that option on. Here you will also see articles that Apple has placed to understand this feature better. If you forget to take your meds, your iPhone can remind you daily. Setting up medication tracking in the iPhone's Health app is easy and intuitive, involving a few simple steps. You can scan your prescriptions and set notifications to track your doses right from your iPhone. In the Health app, tap the search bar and you may see medications listed in health categories. If not, type medications and select it. Here you will see Apple has given you additional information about setting up medications and why tracking is so important. These are excellent but brief articles that are worth reading. Click Add a Medication, identify the medication either with your camera or you can type the name by using the search bar. You can specify the medication's type. There are a number of choices to choose from. You can select a medication strength or type in a custom strength. Since I'm using a supplement as an example, I'll type in 50 milligrams. You can set the schedule and the dosage. You can tap Add a Time to set when you'll be taking your medication and choose the frequency and duration for the medication. You can customize by selecting the medication's shape and color and review any other optional details like notes. Then you can tap Done to save your medication. The app will send notifications to remind you to take your medication at the scheduled time. You can enable follow-up reminders to receive another alert if you haven't logged a medication within 30 minutes of the first alert. For important medications, you can set up critical alerts to ensure you see and hear them, even when the phone is in focus or do not disturb mode. You can easily log a medication as taken or skipped directly from the notification. And just as a reminder, any information you enter is stored in encrypted form and protected with your passcode on your iPhone. Instead of random stats, your iPhone now shows you whether your health is trending better or worse. The Trends dashboard highlights long-term changes in steps, heart rate, or sleep. If your metrics decline, you'll see warnings. Scroll down to Show All Health Trends and see a dashboard of various health topics that apply to you. So that didn't take long, and now we have set up crash detection, fall detection, medical ID, and so much more. These are tools that can save your life or improve it daily. Let me know in the comments below if this helped you today. This is Mike with Easy and Simple. Please subscribe, it's free to do. And don't miss this iPhone tip video. And I'll see you next time.